Here's a psychology fact you weren't ready for. Most people who never post their photos online aren't shy, their mind is doing something far deeper. Psychologists call this evaluation anxiety. It's the quiet fear of being judged, not just on how you look, but on your entire identity. When you post a photo, you're not just uploading pixels. You're putting your self-image up for public review. But here's where it gets interesting: people who avoid posting photos actually see themselves more accurately than the people who post constantly. Most people aren't afraid of posting, they're afraid of not being liked. Psychology says humans fear embarrassment more than physical danger. It's wired into us from thousands of years of social survival. To the brain, a negative comment can feel like a threat. But then, there's a second group, the people who don't post because they genuinely don't need validation. They're secure, private, and selective with their attention. They don't show their life because they're too busy living it. Psychologists say people who rarely post are often more grounded. They control what others see, they protect their mental space. And they don't outsource their self-worth to likes and comments. They're harder to manipulate, less impulsive, and more independent, and the truth is, privacy is becoming a luxury in a world addicted to exposure. So if you're someone who doesn't post, remember this: you're not invisible. You're intentional, you don't need photos to prove who you are. Your presence speaks louder than your profile, in a world obsessed with being seen. Some people are powerful enough to stay unseen. But there's something deeper psychologists rarely talk about: people who don't post often have strong internal validation. They don't need applause, attention, or online proof to feel real. In fact, studies show that the less someone depends on social media, the more stable and resilient their self-esteem becomes, because they don't chase likes. They chase peace, and here's the twist. Not posting actually gives you a psychological advantage: you protect your identity. You control your image. You limit how much people can judge or copy, you stay mysterious. And mystery creates power. In social psychology, the quiet ones, the ones who don't overshare, are often perceived as more confident, more mature, and more selective. And people admire what they can't easily access. So if you're someone who rarely posts your photos, don't let anyone call it weird or antisocial. It might mean you're just more self-aware, more private, and more comfortable with who you are, in a world screaming for attention. Your silence is your strength.